In today's workplace, diverse teams are intentionally created so that their diversity of thought will yield rich results and maximize opportunity for innovation. Yet, many of these teams fail to deliver on their promise or capitalize on the full potential of individual team members because they lack psychological safety. There's often too little trust and information sharing among team members, poor collaboration, and many team members will correctly feel their expertise is not being fully used. On the other hand, psychologically safe teams have outstanding levels of performance, with team members that feel engaged and valued. So how is psychological safety created? In some ways, it is quite simple. In a collaborative study by Carnegie Mellon University, Union College, and MIT, researchers explored the factors that drive a group's collective ability to solve a range of problems. They found that the group's performance was not connected to the intelligence of individual team members. Rather, it was driven almost entirely by the average social sensitivity of team members and the amount of conversational turn-taking in the group. What we learn from this is that high-performing, psychologically safe teams are created by people who are aware, interested, and respectful of the emotional state of their colleagues, and by teams who ensure that everyone contributes equally. Researchers also found that psychological safety is a collective experience of the group. Usually, everyone feels the same level of safety as they share the same group experiences. This means if some members of the group feel excluded and unsafe, it is highly likely the rest of the group will as well, which compromises the whole team's ability to perform. So what can you do to create psychological safety in your team? Here are some tips. Build a spirit of trust and caring. Learn to look for cues about the emotional well-being of others in your team. Notice when they feel excluded or rejected, and consider what you can do to help them feel included. Balance speaking and listening. Not every team does this in the same way. Some rely on structure to ensure everyone speaks equally. Others have chaotic meetings, but still ensure everybody gets to voice their ideas at some point. What's important is that you make sure you balance the amount you speak with the amount you listen. This is especially important if you are the team leader. Respect the ideas and input of others. People should never be ridiculed or attacked for their perspective, especially if it is different. All ideas should be considered, regardless of the rank or status of the person it is coming from. Your team should be deliberate in acknowledging and finding the value in differences of opinion. Learn from mistakes. Psychologically safe teams treat mistakes as learning opportunities, analyzing them and figuring out how to improve. In teams where mistakes are taboo, people will hide them, and the team will be doomed to repeat them. Are you feeling concerned that all this talk of psychological safety means living in a cotton wool world where everyone is nice and gentle with each other? Don't worry. This isn't the case. Psychologically safe teams often have the loudest and most vigorous arguments. The key is that afterwards, they will still respect one another. And tomorrow, they will still listen to each other's new ideas, regardless of how much they may have disagreed the day before.